everyone, welcome back to RTS and welcome back to a little 15-minute mixer. So you know what that means. That means you have to get jiggy and you got to do something for 15 minutes, preferably something in your scrap space, but it doesn't have to be. It can be whatever room you're in, or if you're like me, I'm still trying to deep organize and deep clean some Christmas decorations that I've taken down and moved some furniture around, and you know how that goes. It takes months to recuperate from the holidays. But let's get the timer set, and I have my online stopwatch here on my iPad, and let's get jiggy. Yes, okay. So what I'm going to be working on is that I went to go look for an embossing folder the other day. I was putting together something for my Kit Crunch. Well, I couldn't find the embossing folder because I didn't have a number in my corner. And I was like, what was I doing? So apparently I had put the number in here as to what it was, but I didn't take the time to absolutely organize it in my Avery L pocket. So I thought, well, what better time than to do a 15-minute mixer, challenge myself to get it done. And so what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to double check that these are indeed, before I start gluing some numbers on, that this is 46, and this is 47, and this is 48, yes, and that is 49, yes, okay. So they're in my Avery L pockets. I have them actually cataloged in my inventory binder, so I can put this away. I'm going to put the right numbers on, okay. And then all I did for my number is I just used some black cardstock, and I just used one of my quick cuts. This was the Studio font way back in the day. I had talked about that. That's my most expensive die set I ever bought. And I would have to say, I do feel I have gotten my money's worth, which was $200 worth. Yeah. So I'm absolutely going to just number these. And how I number this is that I just simply put a number that corresponds with the number in my inventory binder. And I'll have a video linked below if you want more about my inventory binder. But that is how I do my embossing folders. Very, very simple. And you can see that with my embossing folders that you see I do a 3x3 square. Sometimes I do a 4x4. It depends on the size of my, it depends on the size of the embossing folder design in order for me to know what it is. Sometimes it's not always a 3x3 or 4x4, you know. And my inventory binder is right at my arm's reach, and I think that's why I use it all the time. So I'm going to get busy gluing these on here. And then something I realized, and I'm going to talk more about embossing folder a quick little way. And I think my cushion's falling off my seat again. My husband got me a new cushion. It's one of those purple, you know, the purple mattresses, but it's a purple seat cushion. And it was so expensive. I was like, God dag, I hope I like this. But it's, yeah, it helps your little tushy there. So yeah, it's a nice little thing. But what was I saying? Remind me, I'm going to show something a little quick. To do something with your embossing folder, so you can maybe play with them a little sooner than later. And so what I'm simply going to do is just put these numbers here in the corner, just like I did this here on the left. And I'm just going to glue them down. And for this, I use my Tombow Mono, because then it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. And because the quick dry will dry quick. And sometimes I want to position because I want them to be on there absolutely straight. It doesn't have to be perfect, but why not do a good job? Yes. So what are you getting into in this 15-minute mixer? Are you watching me? Are you doing something? Kim, are you doing something, my friend? And if you have not checked out Kim Ferguson's channel lately, boy, has she been putting up some pretty paper piecing. Yes. Yes, she does an awesome job with that. And I'm just going to sit this aside here for a minute because it does have to dry. And I'm going to keep that with 46. I'll just keep that number in there so I don't mess anything up, because I don't want to do this over. And I will tell you something I found when I was putting this away and looking for something. Guess what I found? I pulled out this one here, and lo and behold, I had two of the exact same embossing folder. Now this is a feather. I don't know if you can see it. If it'll show up, see how it's feather? And I have two of them. Did not know. So you know what that means. I probably bought one twice. Or maybe I got one for a gift or something. So if you want to stay tuned for a little hidden giveaway, stay to the end and I'll talk about that. So I'll lay that there so I don't forget. Okay, and I hope I'm not getting a glare on these pockets. But it is what it is, right? Yes, and that's how I simply have my embossing folders. A simple number in the corner in an Avery L pocket with a cardstock backer, and then a reference sheet, and there is glue. And a reference sheet in my binder. That's simple. You know, an actual embossed piece, just like this, so I could see what the design is, because you cannot see. There's no way you can look at this and get a good image as to what that is. Okay, so now I'm going to clean this. Okay, which, by the way, as I was doing my numbers here with my die, I noticed that my Sizzix machine needs a cleaning. Yes, so every so often I will get out the, you know, paper towel or baby wipes, and I will clean that entire Sizzix machine. It needs a clean, yes. Do you guys do that too with your machines? Boy, I'm really getting a drip here. I don't know what's up with that. It's getting near the end, and I will keep it upside down because I want every drop of that glue that I paid for. Yes, that's probably why I'm getting a drip. And so I'm just numbering these. Yes, yes. And keep this in here, so I know that's 47. I'm going to keep stacking them up like firewood. I only have 4 here to do, no big thing. But apparently I didn't do it when I was putting up, well, I know. I probably just didn't feel like doing it, and that's why I didn't. So, yes, this is a nice heart one here, and that's the one I was looking for. Okay, so 48 here. We'll get this going on. Yes, I'm excited to show you just a little something simple you can do with your embossing folders, because a lot of people have been asking me lately, how do you get embossing folders on your pages? And if you go to our 4for4 series in the fall round, I did break out some embossing folders for that round. Had fun with them. You know, you definitely can take any embellishment and run it through your embossing folder, give it a whole new look. Yes. Okay. And I think, well, I would say, yes, watch out for Kit Crunch, because that there may be an embossing folder make an appearance there. Okay. And so now I'm on my last one. See, it didn't take very long, but I didn't take the time to do it when I was putting these away. So, because sometimes, you know, when you put things away, you want to put it away, but you don't want to put it away like in an organized manner. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to clean up, but you have to go back and redo some things, and this is one of them. So this is 49. And do I have 49 embossing folders? Well, yes, I do. I have over 49 embossing folders. Yes. Embossing folders are something that is, you know, they're affordable, and they're easy for people to buy for you. You know, it's a nice little last minute gift or a stocking gift. So I've been gifted a lot. Okay, and there's 49. And then, of course, you know, in Paper Studio has these on sale for half off. What is it, $1.99? Yeah, very, very affordable. Okay, so then I will give those a moment to dry, and then I will simply put them in my Avery L pockets, and I have them all labeled and organized. Okay, now let's talk about this embossing folder here with the feathers for a hidden giveaway. If you are interested in getting this, it's not going to be in any packaging. Oh, yes, it will. You know what? I will put it in an Avery L pocket. That's what I will do. I'll put it in an Avery L pocket, send it to you, and if you want it, just leave a word. Just leave a comment below, and it needs to start with a capital F, whatever you want to write. Just make sure it's nice. Yes, but just leave me a word that starts with the letter F for feather. And then, yes, boy, I don't want anything that's not, you know, there's some words that start with F that are not nice. But I wanted to show something you can do with your embossing folders. Well, how much time do we have left? I need to put a cap on my glue. Oh, we got 7 minutes. We're good. Okay. So every so often when I'm playing with my embossing folders, or I want to play and something is jabbing my knee, slide down the banister. Something is pinching me. But anyways, sometimes I want to play, but I don't feel like scrapbooking, and I'll get out a supply and make some things. And so this is just a little box I have, well, it's a photo box, a big box of enamel dots and things I'm getting ready for the load event. And so I wanted to show something that I did a few months ago. And I just took, basically, I'm not going to say every one of my embossing folder, but I did a stack of them, and I just ran it through with some cardstock scraps. So you can see that was a smaller scrap. Actually, I think I might have used a portion of those. And so this is what I'm saying. So you look at these pretty designs you have just by simply running your embossing folder through some scrap piece of paper. Now you could do black or ivory, but to me, white is just, I think it's the perfect marriage for an embossing folder. And so I have all these designs ready to go, ready to tuck, ready to use for matting. And all I did, and then of course then the bonus of that is you'll see which ones need a shim. I have a couple that need a shim for some reason. You see, that's not very good. You know, but it's okay, you know, but, you know, of course the doily and the floral embossing folders are always going to be my favorite. And see, there's some I could use for Disney. And so that's what I wanted to show. When you're in a scrappy mood, but you don't want to do a layout, get out your embossing folders, get out some white scraps, and then just keep running it through. It doesn't matter what size they are, because you can do a lot with them. Okay, and then what you can do is use them for tucking, use them for matting, or then getting out some basic shape punches. And I'll just grab one, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, I have some small ones here. Okay, sorry for the reach over there. And then you just use your circle punch and tell me that that doesn't make for a great, you won't even be able to see that. That makes for such a great embellishment, and all you did was use an embossing folder with a scrap in your punch. Yes, and it doesn't have to be circle punches, but I use circles more than any other shape other than my hexagons, you know. So I'll just keep punching a couple of these out, and then I will put them in my white color bin, and they're ready to go. Yes, okay. And I will cut that and use the other scrap. Yeah, so just keep using your supplies. But look at this stack. I mean, honestly, and there's a bunch. And there was some of these are for like cards. Yeah, I'm not really happy with those. But anyways, see, there's that feather. That's the one that's going to be in the hidden giveaway. That if you, oh, there it is. Is that the better? Yeah, that's the better image of it. Okay, so if you want that, put a word in the comment section and just give it a capital F, whatever. Yes. So I know you want that. Okay. And so again, I just did a variety, and this is my favorite. Look at that. That is my favorite embossing folder. It was a Maggie Holmes doily, of course. Yes. Okay. And so then I just have a bunch more here. And then there's a bunch more. And then this was something I found in a specialty shop. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. And I just put them with these embossed pieces. So if you have a die or a silhouette machine or something that gives you this type of cut, go ahead and do several at one time and do them in white. You could always use Mr. Spray or paint, but I just like using white, okay? And then the same way, I have a group here, okay, with these, okay? And then these are, I think, were border ones, okay? Now, I didn't do these. These were I found in it was a stationery shop. So I just grabbed, and I think that gal was selling them for $1 for a group of them. I was like, well, yeah, dang, that's coming home with me. And so, okay, there's the white, and then there's the ivory. I just think the white is so pretty. So I wanted to say, I just have them in this photo box with my enamel dots and things like that, because I'm getting ready for some layouts, and so, you know, a layout today. And then also too, I just put them in here. I would see them. This is a supply that I've had for many months, maybe even a year, and I haven't even used them, so that's why I have that there. Okay, so I wanted to show that there. Okay, so we have 2 minutes left. I'm gonna put that in. I want to say this photo box, just like this, the lid is right there. Fits right in your Raskog. Yes, so those photo boxes fit right perfect in a Raskog. Okay, so there is my 44. It is ready to go. Okay, so now let's just put these away, and that would be my 15-minute mixer. Yes, isn't that just fun? When you give yourself a time limit and then you meet that challenge. Yes, come to Mama, sign me up. I love getting things done. And isn't it something, I was just telling my husband this last night, that you have some days where you're just getting this done and that done and this done, and then other days it's a struggle just to get one foot in front of the other. It's amazing how that happens. And I always say, when you have one of those days where you're getting things done, run and run until you can't run anymore, because those days are very far and, what do they say? Very far and few in between. Very few. Yes, they don't happen a lot. So when I have those days where everything's going right and everything's fitting into place and I'm getting this done and that done and I'm getting things marked off, I just keep running until I get so tuckered out, because, yeah. And so that is my embossing folders up to date, and I didn't even know I needed to update them. It's just I went looking for something, couldn't find the number, and I was like, oh, I thought something was missing. No, I just didn't have it numbered. But I had them put away, so that was a bonus. So there they are. I will put them in my little cabinet here to the right, and that project is done. Yes, and so then don't forget, if you want that little hidden giveaway, and then also, if you do, I have these extras that I talked about in my last 15-minute mixer. I had all these little bits and bobs left over from some pages and this and that. If you would want them, give me 2 words that start with the letter F, okay? Or repeat the word twice, and I will throw in this little embellishment trinket thing and whatever else I find along the way before it gets mailed. I will just keep putting in this bag. If you want this, some people love this type of thing, some people don't. Okay, so if you want it, repeat your F word twice. Yes, and I'll just put that embossing folder right in there with that. I'll put it. I will put it in an Avery L pocket. How's that? Okay. So how much time do we have? What could I do? Oh, well, there we go. Isn't that perfect? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I got that done. Very happy. And this is just how I have some of my little dies. They're in just these little Dollar Tree things. Works good for these little metal ones or these Sizzlets ones. This actually has a rosette. Oh, there's some hearts. Well, now, isn't that cute? Okay. Well, now I'm getting an idea. I need to stop. I gotta do some laundry. Okay, so that is our 15-minute mixer today. If you want to be in on that hidden giveaway, you know what to do. Yes, get at those embossing folders, play with them. Just get some scraps and just start running them through. Or if your child is old enough, sit on the floor with them and just have fun playing with your embossing folders and let them run them through. They will get a big kick out of that. Ask me how I know. Yes, that's what I used to do to my little one. I would make everything a game. Yes. And then she got wise to it. Yes. She said, I'm not falling for that Tom Sawyer trick anymore. Okay. So that's all we have for today for this 15-minute mixer. Come back, because at RTS, you never know what we're going to do. Have a great day. Bye.